water because I had it first.
All right, darling.
They're all getting heavy rain down there.
I'm shutting off the radio. We're going to try something a little bit different today. So, a driving meditation on your way to work. So getting into your car, sitting down, and coming into a space. Let's see if I can get a good angle for you. There you go. Not that you're looking at me while you're doing this. So grounding down into your seat, take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. You are not driving yet. You are parked. And your foot is on the brake. Always starting off from a space of gratitude, regardless of where we are going. Understanding that the roads and the spaces that we are driving upon, we give gratitude to the universe, a deep weaving of wisdom and knowledge and love. We give gratitude to this earth as she reminds us that we live in a space of abundance rather than a space of scarcity. We give gratitude to the indigenous peoples of the lands that we are seated upon. We give gratitude for this practice of yoga and for Black and Brown people as the original creators and sustainers of this practice. From a space of ahimsa, also known as nonviolent or loving action. We give gratitude to our bodies and to ourselves, to our own ancestors and our own lineage. And if there's a person or persons, place or places that you would like to dedicate this meditation to or this drive to today, please take the time to do so now. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. So this is a space about finding some visualization. So think of what you would call, not your final destination on your drive today, but this next goal, this next finish line that you're looking to reach. And as you are rooting into yourself and coming into a space of feeling as if you have already reached your destination. And as we continue to drive today and we continue to breathe, we allow that feeling of excited anticipation and receiving to float through our bodies. And when we finally reach our space of destination, that is when we root into the knowing and the awareness of us already being there, that it's already ours, that we've already received it. So, throughout the drive today, you will keep your eyes open. This woman behind me is like, this bitch is crazy. You'll keep your eyes open, please. Keep your eyes open. Secondly, allow yourself to come into your breath. So inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. And staying very aware of all things around you. And staying aware of your breath. Letting any nervousness or apprehension about the day, the drive, just slowly fall away. And letting those feelings of receiving and rooting into a space of worthiness and knowing that what you have had your heart and your sights on is already yours. It's already in your circle of energy. It's your job just to continue to breathe, to create space in your body and in your life, to welcome it in. When we talk about creating space, a lot of times it's having things presented to us that we have to say no to in order to keep that space. Things that we know aren't for us and won't be good for us, right? To slowly kind of fade out of the picture, right? So not giving them necessarily any attention, or understanding that the attention that you give to it must align with your overall goals. Right? Spent a lot of time this past week practicing boundary. And within that, being able to say no to things that might be so tempting. Tempting in the moment, and on the long term, having it possibly damage relationship. And it being a space that it would have closed off opportunity for what it is that I really want to come in. So continuing to apply that through your life. So as you're continuing to drive to your space of destination, continuing to stay with your breath. I don't know how many times I've actually driven and I've tried to keep my sense of awareness on my breath the entire time. It's not necessarily easy, but I think if you start off your day in this space of breathing, I think it's great to be able to sit quietly and to do it with no interruptions. But like all things, right? Allowing it to also be a space that even amongst the traffic and the noise and the tasks and the need to stay aware, right, we continue to come back to our breath, to remind ourselves that this is just a slow build towards the space and the direction that we're headed. Right? And to really ask yourself the question of, what if it was just this easy? Right? For us to get into a car and for us to drive, and by the time we reached our destination, that all things have been just put into place. Obviously, there's been things, the analogy on it is really beautiful, right? Obviously, there's things that we've needed to do in order to keep ourselves in this space of awareness. Like, most likely, I'm gonna have to stop and get gas at some point. Right? But to keep your focus and to keep your eyes on the road, right? It doesn't mean that, like, you can't pass people, right? It doesn't mean that you're not gonna come up to roadblocks and detours. But just reminding yourself that if you can stay with your breath, then you can just stay within a space of accountability. And you can stay aware to the people and the places and the spaces and the cars and the traffic that are around you. You give yourself that opportunity to understand that, yeah, it can just be this easy. You can also do this meditation, y'all, if you're walking. Right? It may take you a little bit longer to get to where you're going, depending on the destination. That is something that I used to do with the students at the university, was take them out for a walk and do a walking meditation. For them to stay focused on their breath, for them to set an intention, and for them to continue to repeat it in their minds. So if that's something that you would like to put into, so think about the first thing that comes to your heart. Right, first thing that came to my heart this morning was, I am worthy of receiving these things. There is no need to panic. There is no need for desperation. All is well, and all is on its way to me. Stay in your own lane. If you need to change lanes, be sure to do so respectfully. Don't cut people off. Continue to stay with your breath. Nice deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Again, nice deep inhale through the nose. There's like nowhere for me to get like a decent angle. And exhale through the mouth, so you get what you get on this one. If judgment about other drivers and whatnot come your way, just remind yourself, not my problem. Unless they're doing something that's completely reckless and that has the potential to harm or hurt people around you, right? That's when you can adapt it or take it upon yourself to make a call. And it's usually just that simple as well. But as we always come to realize, that's usually a scenario that's few and far between. So allowing ourselves just to remind ourselves of that, right? Not to amp ourselves up and work ourselves towards that. Nice deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Allow these feelings of excitement to continue to build through you, starting from your root and moving all the way up through your solar plexus and into your heart, into your throat, up into your jawline and into your cheeks and into your third eye. And then all the way up to the crown of the head. Continuing to breathe. Allowing yourself to smile, to unfurl your brow, which is usually that's my pitch mode resting space. Staying with your breath. And if you happen to get to where you're going, prior to when I get to where I'm going, go ahead and just put your car in park if you have the time. And allow yourself just to root into your seat. your feet planted on the floor beneath you. You can always shut the car off and allow yourself just to sit without the motor running. And if you're still driving, just take note of where that sensation of receiving is sitting within you, right? Where is it right now? Mine is sitting in my heart. It's like a kid at Christmas time. Just kidding. But, you know, close to that. That's the goal, y'all. That's the goal, is to have that feeling of excitement and gratitude of receiving, right? And moving away from any feeling of like disappointment, because what is at the end of the road might not be exactly what you pictured in your mind, right? But the feeling of what you want to experience is there. So maybe wiping away the space of the aesthetic about it, you know, the visualization of where it will be, or, you know, the color of the house or the color of the car, you know, maybe, as Abraham Hicks likes to say, just keep it general. Make it about that feeling, that structure. Right? And gratitude in all things. It doesn't mean you have to settle for, quote, less than what you set yourself up for. And it's something that can take like a whole different dynamic and turn for you. So nice deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Again, big inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Again, pay attention to where your heart is at. What are the lines in your face doing? Where are they sitting? I'm about ready to reach my destination. And knowing, again, rooting into the knowing of what you have been waiting for is there to receive you. You're not here seeking it. You're just taking the ride and going on the journey. So keeping yourself open to receiving. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Two more big breaths. Big inhale. And exhale. And last time, big inhale. And exhale. Put your car in park if it's not already there. As long as you've made it to your destination space, take a moment just to ground down through your seat. Close your eyes. Send one more space of gratitude for you making to your destination safely in one piece. And feeling a space of peace in terms of knowing that you've made it and that you're ready to receive. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. The divine light, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and the divine love in me sees, honors, and reflects the divine light, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and the divine love in you, dear Jane, the collectively in all of us. Thank you for sharing your practice with me and for trusting me with your body, heart, mind, soul, and spirit, even in your car. All right, babe. Hope you have a great week. I'll be back on the mat with more flows for you soon. Peace and love, honey.